Since it was the first time when you all come from a background or a good time spent in US, there would be a certain level of expectations that you all would have set, like just like anyone before starting the project. And so, can you share a little about what was your expectation?
So the good thing is that both of us are born and brought up in India.
Right.
So no matter where you take us from, we have that in us that we know the Indian space, the Indian mindset, Indian culture, everything really well.
Right.
So there was no shock for us in terms of or a false sense of expectation. We always knew what we were getting into. But that's why also there is that big opportunity, right, in India, of doing something like this in India, because it's this land of amazing opportunity. So the first step that I think we had was conceptualizing, putting together a vision in terms of, okay, these are things that we want to put in place. These are things that we want to do.
Right.
Whether we do it in this part of India or that part of India, wherever we do it, this is what we believe needs to go into this project.
Right.
So putting that in place, and then as you said, then finding the people that could execute it for us, because again, it goes back to us not being able to do it with our two hands. You need to have people that can execute it for you. So I think, the journey where it started off, again, it put us in a big advantage because we knew what India was all about. We're not, born and brought up in America, coming to India to set something up. We kind of born and brought up here and then moved to America, got perspective of bringing that knowledge and expertise back. So I think the journey was interesting because when we were at the drawing board, we had this conceptual idea that both of us had created. And then sitting together with our families and planning, we just basically had to put it onto a plan, a timeline associated with it, and then what's it actually going to look like.
Right.
And that was the journey that then started, hiring the architect, the PMs, the vendors, into execution, etc.
So I think it's the same thing as with everything else, right? We obviously had it conceptualized down, very simple timelines of this and that. But obviously once you get on the ground and the circumstances that have been upon us for the past year and a half or so, it's difficult. So we had to pivot. I think the few things that were non-negotiable for us was getting architects or vendors who understood what we were trying to create.
Right.
Though I think there was always a back and forth and stuff like that, but there were certain things that we were very, very clear on that. We want a youngish architect who is not trying to, build a mausoleum full of granite and marble and stuff like that. And we want something to look like what we're sitting, right, with brick and stuff like that. So stuff like that from the interior standpoint, and then going to the facilities, we knew going in that we don't want to create something that exists. That's not what the vision was.
Right.
So anytime that we start anything, we wanted to always kind of, go back a bit and say, okay, what is the vision? What are we creating? Of course, there were back and forth and arguments. We had the backing of great, our family members were amazing.
Right.
We spoke to a lot of people who gave their, inputs and feedback, and then we chose what we wanted to take and not take.
Right.
Because it's a balance, right? If you want to create something which is high quality, it comes at a cost. It's cheaper doing something another way, but that's not going to give you the result that you kind of conceptualize and you're working towards. So I guess with the team that it took us really long to find the right vendors and the right people to work with because of what we conceptualized and exactly how we wanted it to be built. And there's a reason that it's not built. It's not easy to build it. It takes time, it takes the right expertise, it takes the right amount of people, a lot of stuff is imported. So it was definitely a process.